Hey guys, this is Tom Vaccaro doing a review of the Nexus 7. Even though I actually have had this product before, I wanted to do a video review just because now they slashed the price down for the 16GB model and it is at $200 where it used to be $250. Now, originally 8GB was a little small, but since the price was cut, man, this tablet's looking good. And let me tell you, I've always rooted for Android, but it just hasn't been quite there for me, just because it has been a little rough around the edges, to be honest. But this product, so much smoother, so much nicer, and at a $200 price point, is fantastic. Now, obviously, the most compelling reason to buy this product is because of its price. Let me tell you that it does not fall short, even though it is cheaper. It has a great resolution display. It's 216 pixels per inch, or density per inch. I'm not exactly sure. Now, the most attractive thing about this tablet is, one, its price point, $200, and two, that runs Android Jelly Bean. And let me tell you, it makes the tablet that much smoother and just that much more of a great thing to use. Now, text looks crisp on this. It has a density of 216 pixels per inch, and it has a resolution of 1280 by 800. Now, let me tell you that this display looks great. It's not quite Retina display, but it could pass for it. Honestly, reading text, you can't really tell the difference. And really, the only thing about this display that is a little off is its aspect ratio at 16 by 9. I'm personally not a fan of it for reading text or anything like that. It kind of feels like a book. At the same time, certain things don't look quite right on their side, like PowerPoint slides. Since they are square, they don't show up quite right on it. And it has these two big gaps on the side. Actually, I'll pull one up while I am talking to show you specifically what I mean. See, if I put it to the side, it'll fill the entire screen, but it's a little funky. If I put it normal again, it'll have those two black bars on the side, or gray in this case, which just, I don't know, it feels a little weird, considering on the iPad it just fills out the entire screen. And also, talking about filling out the entire screen, Android still has not optimized all of its apps for full screen use, such as Flipboard. As I usually show with my tablet presentations, it is the cell phone version of it. Now, unlike the iPad, which uses more of a magazine style, this is just normal flipping through, and it's alright, it serves its purpose for sure, but it's not as polished as the iPad, and that's why I've always been a little sad with Android, to be honest, like, I want it to be there, but it's not quite as polished, but it's definitely getting there. Jelly Bean feels smooth, and that's something Android hasn't had in quite some time. Now that it's feeling smooth, it's only going to go up from there, and especially since this tablet is priced at $200, has a great resolution, and its app ecosystem is finally getting where customers want it. It's a great buy for the holiday season. The Nexus 7 is definitely the leading Android tablet, especially considering that it's only $200 for this great, responsive, snappy, and quick Android tablet. Honestly, it feels great too in your hands. The textured back feels like car leather. Even though it is definitely a little thicker than the iPad mini, you can't really tell because at this small of a size, it's pretty negligible. And since it feels so great in your hands, and it's really nice to read, you don't notice that's a little heavier, a little thicker, but it also just looks better than the iPad mini. The resolution is better for cheaper, and it's just as snappy. That ecosystem isn't quite there. So you might feel a little funky with the apps, but really, this is a great budget tablet. At $200 for 16 gigabytes, It undercuts the iPad mini by $130. You could almost buy 2 of these. You could actually buy the cellular data model and 32 gigabytes for less than the iPad mini. The Nexus 7 is definitely the best Android tablet out there. I strongly suggest it, even though the aspect ratio definitely ticks me off a little bit. Oh, also they just updated it so that way you could have the home screen on its side. Kind of nice, but personally, aspect ratio 16:9, I don't feel like it works that well for tablets, even though it does look great for video, reading, that kind of stuff. Certain things like PowerPoints don't look quite right on it. But obviously that's up to the reader or the user, so it's up to you. This is one of the best tablets out there for the price range. And it has access to the entire Android ecosystem, unlike the Kindle Fire HD. But they both have their benefits. Thank you for watching another video review by Tom Vaccaro. If you do want to see more reviews, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.